Hello there, no one in particular. My name's Navliir, and today I'm going to show off a mod I just coded up that I'm calling the Radiant Lenses mod. This is a small fabric mod for Minecraft 1.21 that adds 3 new helmet items. These items are the night vision goggles, the heat vision goggles, and the seeker vision goggles. As you can see, I have the goggles here behind me along with the crafting recipes. We can focus first on the night vision goggles. Here's the item model for the night vision goggles. I try to make it look like a helmet made of copper. You notice the green part on the brow of the helmet? I try to make it look like an Eye of Ender, with the lore being the Eye of Ender, which is part of the crafting recipe, is what gives you this extra sight, and I do that for all 3 of these. In this case, you get simple night vision. Coming back here, we're gonna have our crafting recipe. Really simple, it's redstone, copper ingots, and an Eye of Ender in this pattern, and let's craft one up real quick. Really simple. We'll try this out in a second, but first let's take a look at the other goggles. Next is the heat vision goggles. You can see that it looks the same as the night vision goggles, it's just yellow. That's because I made this one from gold. As you can see in the crafting recipe, we're using gold ingots now. Let's craft one of these up really quick. And last but not least are the seeker vision goggles. These are made with iron, so they're gray. And we're going to craft these up really quick. Now that we got all of our goggles crafted up, let's go down into the mines. Down here in the dark is the perfect place to test our new goggles. First up are the night vision goggles. Here's what the model looks like when you're wearing them. I'm not much of an artist, but I tried. I wanted them to look like they're made of copper and have like the Eye of Ender on their forehead. I think they came out alright. I think it kind of gets the point across. I think if I did this on Forge, I can come up with something a bit more interesting, but I like fabric. It's easy to code in. I'm sure this isn't a surprise to anyone, but the night vision goggles give you night vision. As long as you're wearing them, you have night vision, and then as soon as you take them off, the night vision goes away. Really simple. These can replace needing to place torches down, but it doesn't help with like spawning, right? It doesn't help change the light level, it just gives you the night vision effect. You also notice that you only get half an armor defense rating down here while you're wearing the helmet. That's because I wanted to keep this item balanced. If you're wearing it, you can see in the dark, but you're giving up armor and the helmet slot. If you're wearing this and you have an elytra, you really have only leggings and boots defending you. It also has durability similar to like gold, so it breaks pretty quickly and it can't be enchanted. In the future, if I were to come back to this mod, I think I would add the glow effect to the player wearing the night vision goggles. That way, if you're on a server, everyone else can see you through walls if you're wearing the goggles. I also might make the durability match something maybe like diamond armor. So increase the durability, but have the durability drain per second as you're wearing them. Next up are the heat vision goggles. These goggles are different from the night vision ones because the night vision ones activate as soon as you put them on. These goggles need something else to activate them, and that something is redstone. If you put some redstone in your offhand and right-click, you'll activate the goggles. You should hear the chime sound when they activate, and then any mob entity specifically, within a 25 block radius will glow for a short duration. Have you ever been in like a situation where you're mining around and you hear mobs in the walls, but you just can't find the cave or whatever it is, the spawner? These goggles will help with that. Each use of these goggles will use up 1 durability, and they're just as fragile as the night vision goggles. I think needing to use redstone to power them is a good way to keep the heat vision goggles from being overpowered. I'm also pretty sure that these don't work on other players if you're playing on a server, so you couldn't find someone hiding from you. I didn't test it, but the code I wrote up searches for mob entities, which the player entity I'm pretty sure doesn't extend that, so maybe if I were to come back to this mod, I would do a few different things. I would make a few different variations on this helmet. Like you can build the heat vision goggles and then add things to it to make it do different things. I think one of the things I would do is the first grade of this, the simplest version of this, would just find passive entities. And then if you upgraded it, you could find passive and hostile entities, and maybe you could do other upgrades to increase the radius of it. The final upgrade can include like player entities. This one actually has a fair amount of potential to upgrade. Finally, we come to the Seeker Vision Goggles. Now, I'm sure people will think this is cheating. Honestly, the first 2 goggles were pretty easy to code up. These Seeker Goggles were the original reason I wanted to make this mod because I thought it'd be a fun challenge. It helped me kind of become more familiar with fabric coding. The Seeker Vision Goggles are similar to the Heat Vision Goggles where you need an item to activate them. This time, instead of redstone, you need an ore block, and it can be any ore block. Hold the ore block in your offhand and right-click, and yeah, it's kind of like X-raying. Whichever ore block you're holding as like a payment, as the activation, that's the ore that's going to be highlighted around you. This was actually a pain because you can't apply the glow effect to blocks, so I had to add in an entity. I added in like an invisible armor stand, put a block head on its helmet slot, and then I applied the glow effect that way. I even created like a utility block, which looks like this, to do this. So it made more sense, that made more sense than putting like a stone block on its head, right? This feels more connected to the idea behind the mod. These utility blocks are also invulnerable, so they just they exist for a few seconds, and then as soon as the glow effect goes away, they're removed from the game, so they don't take up, they don't cause any lag. To keep this from being overpowered, because to be honest, it's just X rating with a radius, just like the others, it does have low durability and defense. Like the heat vision ones, each use decreases the durability. I think the main thing that keeps this balanced is that you use up an ore to find more ores, and it only has a 10 block radius. So if you activate it in a spot without the ore you're looking for, so let's say you have deep slate diamond ore, if you use it up and there's just no diamond ore around you, you're out 1 diamond ore. That block is gone. You used it up to activate the goggles. And there's something else I didn't really think about. You actually need Silk Touch to get these ore blocks in the first place, so this is not like an early game thing you can do. In the future, I'm not sure what type of upgrades I can make to this, specifically the Seeker ones. They're already what I wanted them to be. This is what originally I wanted to make the mod for. Maybe if after some playtesting they're too powerful, we could increase how much durability is used when you activate them so they break faster. We can also make them harder to craft by adding in, I don't know, different crafting items into the recipe. But that's the mod. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any ideas or comments, definitely leave a comment and I'll read them and I'll respond. Also, I'm leaving a link to my Discord in the description. Feel free to join if you like, and you can talk mods more directly with me that way. I also have a free SMP vanilla server that's open to anyone on the Discord. Just make sure you read and follow the rules. If I can get 50 likes on this video, I'll come back to this mod and make all the updates I talked about. I think I might create other mods that fit this kind of aesthetic. Maybe like a cyberpunk theme with like invisibility armor and laser mining materials or tools, and maybe some weird golems and bots. I don't know. I was just thinking about it. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.